Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about FPL Wildcard team for Gameweek 23. A lot of you are not happy with your team, then you are thinking of activating Wildcard. So this is the Wildcard team you can go for. Before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel. Now let's start. In goalkeeping option, right now the best keeper is Kepa. He gives a lot of point, a lot of clean sheet point, as well as some bonus point. In last 3 matches, he got 10 point, 10.9 points. So he is in amazing form, and you can trust Chelsea defense. They look solid. So you can go for Kepa. Just 4.6 million, a player with an amazing form, and he's very cheap also. That's why I think if you are activating wildcard, then Kepa is a must. The first defender for Wildcard team is Gabriel from Arsenal. They have double game week and they will play against Brentford and Manchester City. Other Arsenal defender like Zinchenko, White and Saliba are not as good as Gabriel in the attacking return. And I think White has some minute risk also because he can early substitute for Tomiyasu or other player. And the other player like Zinchenko, he is not totally fit. He sometimes plays, sometimes subbed off early. So that's why I think Gabriel is the right one to go for. Saliba is quite similar to Gabriel, so you can go for both two, but I prefer Gabriel because of his attacking return or attacking threat. Now move on to the second defender for Wildcard team Game Week 23, and it's Akanji. Manchester City defender, anyone is not nailed, so there's a tough decision to go for Manchester City defender, but they have double game week and they will play against Aston Villa home and Arsenal away. Arsenal away is a hard match, but Aston Villa home is good for clean sheet, and you can go for Akanji. I think he is more consistent than other Manchester City defender. Like there are a lot of rotation in Manchester City defense. Ake sometimes benched, sometimes playing as a left back or left center back, but he can still be benched. And in last match when they playing against Tottenham, Rico Lewis playing in the left back position, so there is some risk for Ake in this position because he can obviously rotate it. And the other Manchester City defender like Walker in right back position playing, he is not totally consistent in his lineup, so that's why I think Akanji is the best option for Manchester City defense, and you can go for him. Now move on to the third defender for Wildcard team, and it's Trippier from Newcastle, and Newcastle playing very well. In last 5 matches they met in clean sheet, but recently they concede goal against their opponent, and I think Newcastle are a very good side to have for defensively because they are defensively solid. So Trippier is a must. He can obviously give some defensive return as well as some attacking return because he takes a lot of free kick corner, so he's a must for your team. Now move on to the midfield option, and is Rashford. He's in amazing form, the form of his life, and he is the best player now in FPL. In last match he took 7 shots against their opponent Crystal Palace, so he's in great form, so he's obvious for your team to go for. Now move on to the second midfielder, and it's Odegaard from Arsenal. He has double game week and he is now the second highest scoring midfielder for FPL, and he playing as a number 10 for Arsenal, whose team looks very good, so Odegaard is a must for Wildcard team. Now move on to the third midfielder, and it's Mahrez. In Manchester City all can rotate. In last match Mahrez playing as a right winger, but in 58 minutes he was subbed for Kevin De Bruyne against Tottenham, so he can be obviously rotated, but I think at present he is the most nailed for Mahrez. But other than Haaland, none of Manchester City attacker are nailed, but you have to attack Manchester City double game week because they're playing a lot of good football and they score a lot of goals, so I prefer Mahrez. The other option you can go for is obviously Grealish. He in left wing position he's playing well, but as now Foden is back, so there might be rotation. And for right wing position, I think Mahrez's main competitor is Bernardo Silva. He can play in the right wing, so obviously Julian Alvarez can also play, so there is a rotation risk also, but I prefer still Mahrez over any other Manchester City attacker other than Haaland. Now move on to the fourth midfielder, and it's Saka from Arsenal. They have double game week, and I prefer Saka over Nikita because now you think that Nikita is now better option, but after some week when Gabriel Jesus is fit, then Nikita's minute will be reduced, and that's why I think Saka is a better option for Arsenal triple up, because you can keep him and he has no minute risks that Martinelli has got now. Because of Trossard signing, a lot of minute reduced for Martinelli. So Saka is the best option for going after Odegaard from Arsenal. Now move on to the forward option, and first forward is obviously Erling Haaland. He is in amazing form, amazing player. In last match Tottenham, he doesn't touch any ball in Tottenham area, D box, so it's a concerning thing, but still it's Erling Haaland. In one match he off, then in another match he scored hat-trick, so he's a must for you. The second forward option is Mitrovic. It's a surprising one because he's not in good form, but his fixture in next match is good. It's Nottingham Forest. If you look at the forward option from other team, like Tony has a blank game week, and that's why I think Mitrovic is the better now, and other forward options are not quite valuable now, because you can go for obviously Newcastle Wilson, but he has also got the blank game week, and that's why Mitrovic is a good option for your team. Now move on to the third forward option, and it's Harry Kane. A lot of FPL managers ignore him, but there's no reason. He always score goal. Against Manchester City he scored 1 goal, and that's the winner for Manchester City. So you should go for Harry Kane. He's in great form, a great player, a player who broke the record for Tottenham of highest goal scoring, so you should go for him. And the bench option, in goalkeeping option, in bench Ward is a good option because he can play odd match and you can obviously rotate him. The first outfield player in the bench is Fabian Schär, and if you look at Newcastle defense, they are one of the best in the league, and I think they are the best, so you can obviously double up Newcastle defense when the fixture looks good. Bournemouth is a good fixture for double up, but Gabriel and Akanji has double game week, that's why he's in the first sub, but I think he's still a better option. And if you have Fabian Schär in your team, then you can obviously play in this game week. Now move on to the second bench option, and it's Mitoma. He's in great form, and in a recent match he is scoring a lot of goal, playing in the left wing, and he's a very creative player. 1-by-1 situation he's very robust, so that's why Mitoma is a very nice option, and he's very cheap. You can obviously sell Almiron to Mitoma, and it's a nice move. Just 9.6% ownership, a good differential player, have good run of fixer, and that's why Mitoma is a must for your team. The third option is Hillman, and in 25 game week there are blank for Brighton, Brentford, and other two teams. So Manchester United also had blank. Then that's why I think you should go for other defender like who will play in game week 25, and that's why I think in 25 Hillman has a good fixture for Fulham. I know Mitrovic can obviously score against Fulham, against Wolves, but in last match they maintained clean sheet against Liverpool. They beat Liverpool by 3-0, so you can obviously get some point from Killman, and in last match he got some attacking return as well, so he's a nice player to have. And the captaincy option for game week 23 wildcard team is obviously Erling Haaland, as he has double game week, so he will get the captain armband, and the vice captain armband is Odegaard from Arsenal, and he's a nice option, and I think he's the best player for Arsenal now. That's why he's the vice captain armband. And this team cost 100.6 million, and it's quite cheap actually, because a lot of FPL managers now have 102, 103, even 105 million team value. So it is good for anyone, and anyone can utilize it. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, obviously subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.